Okay, so I've decided to do a vlog of questions because it's easier than typing, even though I'm terrible with words. So I'm going to start with Shane. Jamie, you're last. I'm just telling you that now. Um, Second, I'm texting. Sorry. Okay, so Shane's first question: top 5 turn-ons. I like a guy to be as tall as me or taller, but no more than a foot taller because it's kind of weird. So if you're between 5'6" and 6'6", you're good to go. Um, I like a guy who is creative. So I prefer you to be, creative, whether it's with music or art or writing. Just have a creative outlet and have a passion for the arts. I'm not saying it has to be your main thing, but I prefer someone that, supports the fine arts. Um, be intelligent. I mean, don't be, you know, and I really can't word this now. I look stupid. Have be aware of what's going on around you. That's what I'm trying to say. Be up to date on politics. Be up to date on just the things that are happening in your town or even in your country or even worldwide. I prefer you to be educated. So it doesn't say you have to go to college or anything like that. Just be educated and know what you're talking about. Um, I like beards, which I think that is pretty well known that I like beards. Um, I don't like beards that like drag to the floor because it's like you have a mop trailing from your face. Um, I like nice beards that are kept nice and that are not messy and don't have stuff in them, but I like nice beards. Okay. For my last one, I like a guy that wears plaid and is a complete nerd. I guess that counts as 6, so scratch the plaid. I like a guy that's a nerd. Or, like, seriously, if you can sit there and if you have like the collection of Star Wars movies and you like just I don't know nerdy stuff, and you have to like Star Trek. I'm not saying you have to love it, but you have to like Star Trek. I just want you to be a nerd. I'm really bad with words. Okay, what is my favorite instrument to play? That's really tough. Um, I'm gonna pick different genres. For classical, I like to play. Um, hmm, I'm going to say either the violin or the alto sax. I really like the alto sax for classical pieces. I don't know. It's really fun to play lyrical pieces on the saxophone, and the violin's just a beautiful instrument. For marching band, alto sax. Concert band, I really like the French horn. I enjoyed playing the French horn for concert band. It was a lot of fun. Um, hmm. For jazz band, definitely the tenor sax. First tenor. Thank you very much because I like having solos and I like playing the tenor. It's a lot of fun. And just to mess around, like around in the house, I like the guitar. I love playing guitar when I'm not doing anything. What is my favorite planet? Hmm. I've always liked Neptune. It's because I've always liked the color blue. And it just seems kind of a cool planet, even though you can't live on it. So I'm gonna say that's my favorite planet. What is my favorite movie? In all honesty, my all-time favorite movie has to be Gone with the Wind. I have seen that movie a ridiculous amount of times. I have read the book until the point it falls off, like the spine fell off of it. I had to buy a new copy. Um, so yeah, that's definitely my favorite movie. Plus, I love Vivian Leigh and Clark Gable. Who do you want to meet, dead or alive? Hmm. For my dead person, I'm gonna say Clark Gable. He's even on my wall behind me. But he just seems like a really interesting man. And after I went to the museum dedicated to him, and I believe that was in Ohio. I can't remember where Stephen. Yeah, it was in Ohio where Stephen and I went. After I learned a lot about his life, he's just a really interesting man. As for alive, hmm, there's so many people I'd like to meet that are alive. Right now, I'm just gonna say President Obama, just because I went on a huge rant earlier about politics. You can ask Jason. I was pretty livid, and I just want to meet him and give him a hug and be like, "I'm sorry, sir. You got a lot of shit to clean up, and everyone hates you. but I still love you. So yeah. Um, okay, so those were Shane's questions. I'm gonna answer Mustafa. I hope I'm saying your name right, because it kind of reminds me of the Lion King, and I'm really sorry if that's weird. How long have I been wearing glasses? I started wearing glasses in 3rd grade. I had Mickey Mouse reading glasses from, like, I begged my mom to buy me those from the eye doctor. I had to give her my allowance so she'd buy them for me. But they were these huge lenses, and they were green on the tips of the, like, plastic things behind your ears. They were in the shape of Mickey Mouse's head. I love those glasses so much. I still have them somewhere. I can't wear them, but I loved them so much. So yeah, I've been wearing contacts since like 2nd or 3rd grade. Alright, now onto Lovely Moon. She asked me what is my favorite animal. My favorite land animal, like, is a cat. I love cats so much. My favorite sea animal, because you have to have land and sea, and I guess air, so for air, birds, because what else flies? Favorite sea animal, I'm just kind of adding this in here, but I'm gonna have to say a dolphin. I've had a fascination with dolphins ever since I was a little kid. I don't know, they just seem so cool, and they're really fun to swim with and feed. I remember doing that, and that was a lot of fun. Favorite place in the whole world. I've been out of the country a couple times, but I have not seen nearly as much of the world as I would like to see and plan on seeing. So I'm gonna say, for right now, out of all the places I've been to, I'm gonna have to say definitely Seattle, because I just love that city. I love everything about it, and that's the one place that I feel at home. So I'm gonna go with Seattle. And where do I see myself in 10 years? In 10 years, I hope to have served in the Peace Corps, because that's something I really want to do. I hope to be settled down somewhere in the West Coast, preferably either in Seattle or yeah, anywhere along the Washington, Oregon, or Californian coast. I would like to live, or even Vancouver Island. That's the only place in Canada I can imagine living, is Vancouver Island or Vancouver itself. So yeah, I'd like to be living in one of those areas. Hopefully, settle down with someone that I love and that they love me. That would be pretty cool. And happy. I definitely think that in 10 years, I will have accomplished a lot of things that I want to do, which I said include the Peace Corps. I want to backpack through Europe really badly. Um, I really want to open my own art gallery, so I hope I can do that in that point in time. Damn it, Jason, we're not playing Words with Friends right now. I really want to accomplish opening my own gallery, and I really want to teach private music lessons too, so I'm hoping I can have my own little business running by then. What kind of car do I drive? I used to drive a 97 Honda named Bartholomew. I loved that car. I drove that car a lot. And he died about 2 weeks ago, so now I drive a 2001 Jetta, which is a pretty cool car. I love the Jetta. His name is Hans, but he doesn't have air conditioning, but I'm going to fix that this summer. Otherwise, it's going to be a long drive from here to Washington. A constant worry of yours, if any. I worry about everything, and when I say that, I mean I literally worry about everything. My biggest worry is I want to make sure my friends and family are happy. I can't stand not seeing them happy. Even if that means putting my happiness behind theirs, which I do a lot, I just want them to be happy. So that's my constant worry. And now for Jamie's questions. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with, what's my favorite David Bowie song? Alright. I'm gonna have to say Space Oddity. I love Space Oddity. First of all, I have an obsession with space, but I don't know, I just like the lyrics. And yeah, that's definitely my favorite David Bowie song. I've never had anyone ask me that before, so I kind of had to think about it. If I could travel anywhere, all expenses paid, where would I go? That is really tough. I thought about this one, but there's so many places I want to go. Trying to think. Anywhere, expenses paid. I would probably go to Ireland. I have always wanted to go back to my family roots, excuse me, and, you know, just experience all of that country has to offer. It looks so beautiful. And I would just love to be able to go there and see where my ancestors lived and, where my family came from. So, and of course, I want to get drunk there because I am Irish, and that would be pretty cool to get drunk in Ireland. Just saying. If you had to choose between Ben Gibbard and Jason, who would you choose? I don't like this question because it's an awkward question, but I'm gonna have to say Ben Gibbard. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm sorry, but it's Ben Gibbard. I mean, come on. He is like, oh, he's first of all the singer of my favorite band. And he's really, really pretty. Except when he performs live, he gets like this. I mean, I understand there's stage lights, and that stage has got to be like 1,000,000 degrees, but he gets covered in sweat, and it was kind of gross. But I would sleep with Ben Gibbard because that's kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity. So, I really don't. Yeah, just okay. What's the most embarrassing song you enjoy dancing around in your undies to? I'm really not sure if I want to answer this question because it's kind of embarrassing. I still own my Bewitched CD, their first ever. I can't remember the name of it, but the song C'est La Vie. Yeah, I still have that on my iPod, hidden under unknown artists, because I do not want anybody to know. I don't have the song title on there. But if I'm having a bad day and I just need to de-stress or whatever, I will play that song and dance around with no fucks given. So that's all of my questions. And yeah, so that was fun. And if you listened to or watched all 12 minutes of this, I'm terribly sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna end this now.